Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. We are so close to converting into a military civilization, I swear. It's like, listen, we're never going to give up science, but I really do want to try out the combat more. I think is one of the most important things to learn in a new 4X, and so we're going to. We have one ship completed, another ship in 3 turns. That's going to be the start of what will probably be a very large and impressive fleet, you know, eventually. Actually, let's do these in the other order. Oh, this is a much more expensive colonize. I wonder, is it because the planet's larger, or is it actually more expensive to colonize things that are further away? You know, let's run these in the other order just to see if the cost of this drops after we pick up Sable 2. Right now it's 640. 17,000 Islands Bridge is a really cool anomaly. Actually, now that we've colonized it, we can look a little more closely. This planet scan. Oh. Wow. Well, that's clearly not operating exactly the way it's intended to. But this is cool. It's cool that the system generates all this information, even if it's, you know, all just flavor text. Yeah, okay. I was wondering if turning it off and back on would maybe clear out some of the distortions. Apparently I need to press space on more screens. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I like that it spells out your population synergies instead of you having to go and find them. Our population is not distributed in the optimal fashion. I feel fairly certain of that. Alright, we took care of this already. It's like, to see what I mean, we probably have a lot of different... Yeah, we have 4 different populations in our home world, or in our home system. These Horatio would actually be better suited to hot worlds. And we can, I'm pretty sure, move them. Yeah, we could use this spaceport. So we could move them to a hot world where they would be happier. Actually, you know what? Let's move them to Sable after we colonize one of the hot planets there. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay. So we've got a probe headed out in the direction of the planet that was indicated by the plague ship. We've got 2 large and impressive ships that are headed in that direction anyway. Oh man. Gonos, a major industrial hub for your empire, is holding a fancy summit for industry leaders and politicians to mingle and talk business away from the scrutiny of the public eye. Yeah, that couldn't have any negative effects. This year, ecological groups have organized a massive protest, condemning the summit as a secretive way to pass elitist, eco-unfriendly laws, and, you know, unfriendly to 99% of the population as well, I imagine. You've just received your personal invitation to the party. So... We'll lose 20 approval on Gonos, or we'll lose 20 industry on Gonos, but we'll gain 30 approval. What is Gonos' current approval state right now? So that's not actually valuable to me. Approval doesn't mean anything to me right now. The benefit of doing this is pretty low. I guess the question is, really... Yeah, neither of these are mechanically very interesting. The question really is, which party do I want to increase the power of? And honestly, it's probably the industrialists. I suppose... really where I want to end up if I'm going to try out all the combat systems and stuff is I want to end up being scientist, industrialist, militarist. Right now, the militarist faction isn't even represented. We didn't get a single representative in the last election. But that's going to change with us building ships and fighting enemies and stuff. Lots and lots of births, good stuff. We have a lot of population capacity. Need these things to fill up. Yeah, it seems like I just have to double-click and turn a lot of the time. I'm not really sure what that's about. Might be minor UI bugs. And you know what? I'm on a beta branch because they had to run a fix for my graphics card. So I might not have gotten whatever the most recent patch is. It's possible. Okay, let's start some colonizing. What is the most sensible? We probably want the world with the highest food and... what do you call it? The platform of 500 defense capacity and 2 population slots. We probably want the world with the highest food and industry. So, I think it's this one. Food and industry is pretty similar here. But this world gets a little bit more food. Or, this world gets a little bit more food on account of the hatopelagic life. So we'll start here. From there, we'll expand out. And we have some cool anomalies on this one. I don't know where the deep ocean life is on this planet. Is it in the lava? Is it lava life? Because that's, like, awesome. Alright, I'm gonna pull out all the stops on this one. 22 turns. Let's see what it actually looks like after a couple of colony ships hit. This one's just going to take forever to turn into a colony. No natural food. And we've already got our best food colony diverting colony ships elsewhere. Wow. That looks really good. Well, help us out, guys. Maybe that's a little aggressive with the expansion, but I really want those worlds. Alright, one more turn until our ships are ready to rock. I should see if I can retrofit them with better engines, actually. Probe still hasn't revealed anything, but it's almost there. I wonder if this is the system. I mean, it focused the camera, like, here, though. Alright, somebody made the Intergalactic Technology Center, that's fine. We've discovered a new miner faction. Interesting. How did I see that?
The Vodiani and our church acknowledge you.
Ah, and there's Vodiani ships. This is an Ark. That is a huge ship. Look at how much health it has. Why do the Vodiani have an Ark over here? Alright, I need to buy out an incubator and colonize Justium, I think. Can I close my borders to them? Because they actually can't get through if we do that. Let's negotiate. I really don't want them to come over here and grab Justium. I was working on this.
We're too polite to say what we are thinking. So, we will stop at hello.
Yeah, okay. I'm not feeling particularly polite. Get the hell out of my territory. Alright, let's have a quick look at the Smasher design and see, because right now it has pretty poor movement, right? Actually, don't. Where's the movement? Oh no, it has 7 move. That's right. I just assumed it would have poor movement because it's a new ship design. But we're Sophons. Our ships are always fast. So how many turns are we talking about to get down here? Oh, I have to make them a proper fleet first. Oh, I can't make them a proper fleet because they have too many. Each one of these ships has too many command points. Okay, we're getting there pretty fast.
We were unsure if you were trustworthy, but you have certainly answered that question.
Hey, you can trust me to kick your ass out of my territory. Really, is Gonos still having food problems? Wow, it really is. Oh, are we... Hold on. One of the outposts is pulling from Gonos. Let's not have that be the case. I mean, it's gonna be kind of crippling. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna damage the food really badly anywhere. Now, we have a ton of money coming in, so you know what? I think I'm going to briefly enact the Star Boogie Bill. I think we still need the Super Tax Act, where without it we might not even be dust positive, honestly. The Star Boogie Bill will give us 3 extra movement points on our ships. And we need new research. Okay, we have some gas planets nearby, and I would really like to get the next level of system development available. Also, we do want to be able to see these to start gathering these resources. All right. After this, we need to research the thing that gives us more command points for our fleet. Because I'd really like to be able to have these two ships fleet together. Hey guys, go! I'm clicking this button that says, "Hey, go." There we go. The Academy has been discovered in the Lyra system. That's Lyra. Well, that's a Reaver ship. Here's some Slayers. This is where we had to go? Alright, I think we're about to come into contact with the direct military conflict with the Slayers. Yep, our ship is being attacked by this random Reaver. We might actually be able to beat him. His weapons are not that effective at short range, and mine are. Is he using... No, he's using energy weapons. Didn't I have more tactics? Maybe they're not... maybe they're not usable in this battle for some reason. Okay, well, let's do this. Try to take advantage of the fact that my weapons are more effective at this range than his are. Okay, neither one of us took a tremendous amount of damage.
Tell us what you plan.
I'm sorry, I'm not in Craver's territory. I'm between two different pieces of Craver's territory. So there. Oh, we can just assimilate these guys straight up, now that we're above 100 diplomatic relations. Here's the question. Do I need to pull these guys into my empire now? I'm starting to think that maybe I need to. Because if we're going to go to war with the Cravers here, having a staging ground in there... Well, I mean, we have access to the wormhole, at least. But yeah, things are definitely getting real. Cooperative quest started. An ounce of prevention. A recent tragedy involving a large space station and a virulent plague has made ripples throughout the galaxy and turned people's attention toward the importance of medical advancement. Okay, so we just need to, as a whole, everybody together, double your research output. Okay, there's not a tremendous amount of stuff on offer here. We have discovered a new miner. We successfully found Gossamer. This is a new resource. I don't think I've seen this one before. Where's this Gossamer? We just gained the ability to see rare resources, so stuff is popping up in new places. Alright. Yetics might need to generate some ships. Let's take our scout ship design. I know that this is not ideal, but this is the only small ship we have. Let's take our scout ship design and make sure it's as outfitted for combat as can be. But we'll go back and get a real fighting ship design at some point. For right now, this is what we're working with. So we can put in a second weapon system. We probably want to have weapons that are effective at long range, right? Because I want our fleet to engage at long range. So how do we take these laser weapons? And that way this ship is effective against ships that have a lot of projectile armor, and that'll help shore up the weaknesses of a fleet. Alright, let's produce some of these Detector 2s and Yetics. Let's colonize this world. Then produce some of these Detector 2s. Oh, they are really cheap. Alright, so we disband them. Okay. We did it. There are 2 military ships garrisoned in Yetix. It happened. We did it. So let's have a look at Lyra in detail here. Okay. That's not a bad world. Depending on the value of those curiosities. This world is okay. Alright, a medium jungle. And wow, Harrow, a small destroyed planet that hosts the Academy. That, man, what could do that? So is this planet cannot be colonized. So there's not a huge amount of value to me figuring out what its anomalies are. If I was going to colonize this world, where would I go first? It would probably, I mean, it would be the place with the food, right? We've discovered titanium. Do I want to actually attack these guys? I don't know. Maybe not. Alright, let's hope that this actually does complete. After we research extreme atmospherics, gain the ability to level up our systems again, and figure that out, we really, we have to go hardcore military tech. Okay, we did it, hooray! We've managed to establish some order. Enfer is being held in a secure containment facility. Good job. Okay, so we've got good news and bad news. Oh no, this is still the same text here. Now that Enfer itself has been stopped, we need to repair some of the damage in Yetix. It seems the psychological toll is worst of all. Yetix's residents aren't the least bit happy about what happened, and some are calling for the Enfer project to be scrapped completely. So get Yetix to 100 approval. Done. Well, we're killing it on our faction quest now. Alright, those Reavers want to fight. I think we still want the same tactic. I said I was going to show off some battles, and we will. But this battle is of so little consequence that I don't think it's worth the time loading into and out of the battle engine. The battle we're about to create, on the other hand, could be considerably more meaningful. So let's purchase this incubator. And now the question. Do I want to just take Justium? Yeah, okay, they've had to turn their arc around. That's good. Do I want to just take Justium? Or do I want to send my my ship down here and try to take the system that holds the Academy? Oh, I guess what do you call it? The Cravers must have revealed the rest of the anomalies. Plus 5 experience per turn on heroes. Some pirates have approached Lyra. We will flee from them. Apparently, we are just low enough on health that we will not survive fleeing from them, so I guess let's do a little bit of damage on the way out. So let's look at these ships. Prowlers are very basic. This Accelerator is an attacker. It's got better defenses. Really not too much of a concern, though. For some reason the UE is sending ships all the way over here. It's weird. Alright, hopefully these guys are outfitted enough to be, you know, meaningful and terrifying. We're really close to getting that asteroid field within the reach of Gobris. Hey look, we did it. 80 more influence. Enfer's rampage has unexpectedly opened up some valuable real estate opportunities. Build a monument or two to take advantage of the situation. So get up to 78 influence per turn in at least 2 different systems. And you'll get intragalactic relays, which just gives a bunch of influence. That's not bad. We really don't have a way of doing that right now. We're going to have to research some influence buildings. Alright, this is maybe crazy, but I want to go for it. The Cravers are going to be so mad. Oh, wow. He took a path that I didn't really actually look at his path. I kind of assumed he'd go to Yetix and then cross from there.
Your actions and words do not bring solace to the heart.
The fire that destroys. It's a ship with no guns with a bunch of civilians on it. Okay, hold up. Let's talk to this guy. Because he and I are about to have a common problem. We can maybe work something out. Listen, you and me, we can be friends.
Not to anger or offend.
So the balance of influence pressure between you and the selected empire. So we're influencing them. I want peace. That sounded not that happy. Oh no, he loves it. He loves that idea. A trade agreement isn't actually meaningful to me. We can trade him any of our resources. We can ask him for any of his resources, but I don't think that really there's a lot of benefit. I guess adamantium is a thing that we still don't know how to mine. Yeah, let's... Oh, he only has 5. Ah, that wiped out all of the positivity in this deal. What if we do just 4 of your adamantians? How about that? Awesome. The Unfallen are not a people who reject the branch of peace. There. I think you and me are going to be... This is the beginning of a fast friendship, Sar. Things are going to be great for us in the future. Hopefully. Provided, of course, that we manage to not get eaten by the Cravers. We should probably try to research some advanced diplomatic tech. There's too many things. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Let's just see how this this little military test flight goes. These we will watch because I'm curious to see exactly how powerful the medium-sized ships are in combat. Yeah, the click to order all fleets to execute their moves button, really, it doesn't do anything for quite a while at the beginning of the turn. Wow, that's a lot of Cravers. This is... Oh no, this is a Cravers world. That's not the right color. This was a yellow world. Ah, boy. Well, I'm definitely very concerned. Yes, we got the asteroid field. So what's Gobrus's industry look like now? 170. That's a big, big upgrade. Yep, Gonos' bleeding population as it feeds the, There's not really a lot I can do about it. Once these are settled up and have their own food generation, it'll be less of a problem. So what about Delphinus? We would lose 87 Empire Dust and 103 Empire Science per turn. But we would get Delphinus. That's a lot of our science. It's significant. And right now, they're producing ships periodically, which, you know, may keep the Cravers distracted. No, we won't assimilate them. As much as I'd like to use Delphinus as a staging ground, we'll just keep them as an independent ally. Of course, if the Cravers assimilate them, that'll be real bad. Alright, I'm going to mash the hell out of this Make Your Ships Move button, because I really don't want my settler sitting there with those Cravers for even a second longer than is necessary. I apologize if the sound is annoying. I just want to make sure that we move the instant it is possible to do so. Okay, it looks like it processed, because I can no longer click it. Okay. Criminy. Okay, we're in the wormhole. And we've actually landed. So we need to press the settle button, like, right now. Right yesterday. Okay, Food World. Let's land that settler. Okay. They're going to be annoyed. Everyone's going to be annoyed. Please. Please hurry up with the migrations. I'm making a lot of things worse. Okay, so this is some reapers. Some Craver medium ships. But they're coordinators. They're support vessels, not fighting ships. So I can't disband because we don't have a starbase yet, because it's not actually a colony. This is a really good system, too. Okay. Just guard it. Keep it safe. This is a crazy thing to do, but I'm feeling a little crazy. How long until these are actual planets? 5 turns here. 54 turns here. But remember, this 5 turns is going to come down an awful... this 5 turns is probably going to come down below the duration of these things when that colony ship hits. And I'm curious what this will do. 54 becomes a very much lower number, I imagine. Should I move these guys? They have to send them over to Lyra? I don't know. Maybe not. Alright, if I can just get a planet... The colony settled here. 28 turns is obviously unacceptable, but if I can just get the colony settled there, this is a great place to start fighting Cravers from. Obviously, they're not going to be, like, super excited about what I've done. Ying has 24 people in it, has 24 citizens. Man, I have, like, 24 citizens in my whole empire. Okay, this ended. That's a shame. I mean, I'm digging all of the extra influence. Or all the extra industry. Okay, that's not a big deal. This is...
The faith,
oh.
Whatever that requires.
I had assumed that this was going to be the Cravers shouting at me. She wants me to give her stuff. Sorry, we don't even have enough stuff for us. I certainly don't have any spare stuff to give to you. Okay, so this is the first time we've got access to the next tier of... oh no, it's not. We've already spent a point in this. Well, I think we definitely keep spending points in this. We're going to need a lot of influence so that we can do crazy things with it. In particular, I'm thinking we would like to be able to pass more laws. We have a lot of influence coming in from... Do we still have that event running, actually? Because there was an event that was giving us a ton, right? Where's the thing that shows you what your active events are? One of these panels has a thing on it that shows you currently active events. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Yeah, so we still have plus 20 influence from each system. So we are not actually at 230. But, how many systems do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we actually do have 130. That's not bad. We're getting there. This, like, when you get to this point, this is where that United Empire thing really becomes valuable, I guess. Yeah, we're bleeding population because I'm spending so much food on everything else. Alright, please get your food up, get your food settled. Alright, we are guarding our new little colony. My should probably not be the first strike of the war. I'm trying to strategize already. Mayal is so small and weak that it probably doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, you can see the colony ship landing took a ton of turns off of this the development here. Induce is good, so now we have less food being drained out of our other planets. And honestly, I'm just going to do this thing. Okay. That'll keep you set for a little while. I do want industrial zones as well. That's a 4-turn project. And it actually is a lot of extra industry. Let's do that right after drone networks. Because this is a hot world. Industrial zones is really good. Alright. Is this the Cravers? Here we go.
You, though, will suffer as well.
We are stronger than you, he says. Well, let's see. Let's see, shall we? I mean, he does actually have access to medium ships and stuff already, so yeah, very possible. What is this? This is a cargo ship? Why is it over here? Oh, I think it's currently in orbit around my isle. They must be coming down this way to feed Lyra. Okay. So, we picked up the ability to level up our systems again. We should take advantage of that. We also need to figure out how we're going to make this, like, defensible. So, Efficient Shielding has a couple of smaller, fighty ship designs on it. What else? Where else do we see ship designs? There's designs up here. These are the big ones, I'm assuming. Yeah. There are no ship designs in the middle branch. This is all just modules. Now, we do need to research better weapons modules and stuff. But I'm wondering if maybe I should go back and pick up Efficient Shielding just so that I have some smaller aggressive ships to fit into our command point limit. We also need more command points. How do I... Show me. Wait, what is it? Take me to them. How do I... Okay, I guess it doesn't have that functionality. Okay, so there's command points available here. This gives 3. This gives 3. This gives... Okay, they're all in this tree. Yeah, alright. Well, we need autonomous construction then. Yeah, we need to increase our command points so that we can have our big ships in a single fleet. I think that is of vital import. Ah, yes. Yannix is producing the other ships. We'll send those down to Lyra in a second once they're together. I'm a little nervous, you know. These Cravers might do something horrible at any moment. Okay, Gonos returns to normal. Getting a lot of messages from a lot of people at this point.
I shall defend the faith, whatever that requires.
So they demand you give them stuff, and then if you ignore them, they take umbrage.
The Empire will not tolerate this.
Alright. Let's talk to the Empire. I figured that stuff about making a donation was just like civilization style, I'm being pissy because I hate
my
you.
patience contacting the Empire.
You asked me to contact you. Calm down. I'm going to try to make peace with you. We're going to be friends.
Yeah.
You want some Quadronix? You ever heard of Quadronix before? This stuff's crazy. It's very green. Okay, it's a good start. It's a good start, he says. Let's give him some... I don't know, some Proto-Orchid? We're about to have more Proto-Orchid than we can possibly use. Let's give him some. Because I do not have time for a conflict on my sort of northeastern border right now. I'm not giving you anything more than I have to, though. I want there to be some positive in the bar. I want him to think he's getting a good deal. That'll do it.
Good. The war
Okay,
might
cool.
be inevitable, but that doesn't mean we can't be civilized.
Okay. I don't know about inevitable war. Alright.
Some things in this cosmos we have come to
no.
understand.
You're fine. It's you that I made
Contact is
mad.
unwelcome. For what reason do you interrupt our crusade?
Because it was a translator issue is what it was. You said the thing about tribute. I thought you were talking about something else. Listen, we're gonna get this settled. I would hate for you to think that I'm a huge dick.
Well...
Ah, she's wavering, you hear that? Listen, we just want peace. We just want peace among all people who are not cravers. That's all of my transvine. That's not good enough for you? How about the trees? Because we need the transvine. Alright. We have a lot of titanium. How would you feel about just a huge amount of titanium? We could build a whole planet out of titanium and just sort of roll it up to your door. How does that sound? No, not really. Not really interested. What if I reopen my borders to you? Does that sound good? Because I know you guys like it when the borders are open. No, that actually makes them mad. They'd rather I don't open the borders to them. That's pretty weird. What about, geez, trade agreement?
See.
Boy, that's an expensive term. No. Like, I don't know what she wants from me. Okay. I'm gonna cut the amount of Hyperium that's involved, or titanium that's involved in this deal, because I need to have some. Okay, that'll do.
Even in war, I must
Okay.
see to the needs of the church. We
Yes, a
accept-
more harmonious era. I'm a big fan of harmony with most people, and you know, harmony with other people, it's not possible. It's not anybody's fault. This is the way things go. So we can add some more science. That's a lot of science. Plus 10 approval. His system is actually pretty high on approval already. Let's go for a large amount of science. 40 is pretty good. I don't know what the system is currently producing, but I feel like 40 must be a pretty significant portion of it in total. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the science output of Gonos, because I am curious. Also, game's starting to hitch a little bit on my computer. Unfortunately, I have some pretty old hardware that we're running on here. Soon to be corrected, hopefully. Yeah, so 320. 40 of that being from the hero. That's a significant percentage. Okay, you guys... Alright, we have some empty queues here. Yetix has there's a lot of stuff that's available now. Expanded mines. We probably want to actually set up that level 3... here we go. That level 3 system upgrade. So, if we wanted to modernize to level 3, we'd probably want to include Proto-Orchid. Just gives plus 100 dust. That's pretty cool. And... Transvine again? Because anything that goes to level 3 has to have gone to level 2 first. So the question is, do I really need plus 25 approval again? It might be better to do deciduous trees, but I just traded them all. This will allow us to start work right away. Yeah, okay. It's not totally ideal, but I'll take it. Modernize. Yeah, we have lots of sources of Proto-Orchid coming in. Okay. Oh, there was another world that was... Yeah. You... What is the approval level of Eridanus? Yeah, Eridanus is right. Okay, they are ecstatic. So the building that gives a bunch of extra science on Happy is a total possibility. We have to produce the intergalactic supermarket somewhere, but I think I really want to do that in the capital, and I should get on it. This seems like a fine project. Actually, you know what would be a fine project is colonizing the rest of the worlds. Let's get that settled. So no, it is not based on range. I think it just must be the size. It takes more industry to colonize larger worlds. Fair enough. Yeah, okay, so... Lyra is far from secure, but it's definitely getting better. Let's check the colonization timer. The Riftborn are going to win in 4 turns. Oh, this quest, the quest to have a lot of industry. Okay, that gave me a little spook.
You lead well, comrade.
Trading with others is not in our blood, yet it could benefit us. A proposal will come when the Patriots are convinced. Yeah, listen, if you want to make some trade deals, I'm all about trade deals. What's going on? Reavers have destroyed a civilian... Oh, there were Reavers around Mayal because the frickin' Cravers can't keep their garden clean. An undercover documentary concerning a makeshift community who live in one of your planet's biggest refuse facilities has become a loaded political issue. Many are scraping a living in the system's dumps, scavenging for recycled materials while setting up their homes in the very same places. Amenities have followed, and these places are now lively, if polluted and dangerous, hubs. Environmental groups demand that action is taken, that industries need to manage their resources better and not fuel these communities. Others suggest going even further and monetizing these places more effectively. In essence, they advocate greater ties between industry and the refuse sites. Well, that's interesting. Most of our cities are, most of our colonies are pretty happy, so I feel like we don't really need the 20 approval, and I would like 20 extra industry everywhere. So when in doubt, double down. Sure, industry could throw away less stuff, but maybe they could throw away more stuff and be even more efficient. Then we get more thriving dump economies too. It's not totally ideal solution to this problem, but okay. I'll take it. Listen, if the dumps are nice enough for people to be able to live there, we can probably make something out of that. Okay, so we have some more command points now. Now let's go back and get that ship design. But first, we can actually merge these guys now. Yeah. And when the beryllium expedition arrives, we'll be able to merge some of them in as well. Alright, you guys, we haven't actually made proper contact, and I think we should do that. Yeah. Yedix is bleeding population into the colony ships. Well, how long is it going to take for this to be done? 8 turns. Not bad. And this one is unfortunately only 22. You know what? I'm going to throw another doubled doubled migration thing on here, because that actually is the only way that this planet's ever going to get settled. It's never, natural food growth is never going to do it there. It's just not enough food. Okay, so once we have a couple more real ships, we will be able to... Oh, our event ended. Yeah. That's a shame. That's the same population decrease that we saw last turn. Population has decreased to 4. Well, it already was 4, so that's not really that impressive. So we can pick up some approval. We don't need it though, right? Yeah, we're ecstatic. We can pick up some food. Let's do that. We have a lot of places in this empire where we don't have any food. Also, there's so much capacity for population. You know what? This is a hot world. Let's have this one go industrial zones. This one go industrial zones. Yeah, and then these two will produce extra food. We have to try to fill up our systems a little bit better. Lots of large, empty systems. Okay, you guys and you guys form a fleet. Cool. And then we have just one spare. I guess we can throw out some probes. We brought probes, so... Let's see who's over here, because there clearly is somebody over here. We can see the zone of influence. And you also could spit out some real quick probes. Alright, let's try to get a better view of what's going on with the Unfallen and the Cravers. That's a no-brainer. Let's actually colonize all the worlds we can colonize, shall we? Actually, Gonos is probably going to have to build some more stuff. So Gonos doesn't have... Well, Gonos has antimatter. So something like expanded mines to bring us a lot of antimatter quickly could be useful. We still have to research the ability to actually get the antimatter. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm not in any real hurry to build new small ships, but it's good to know that we have the option now. We're probably going to want to work on our dust next, because I want to be able to rush the construction of ships in Lyra. Okay, so we've met some guys. Population loss is getting a little severe. Alright, so we picked up efficient shielding, and in doing so, properly unlocked plus law slots, so that's cool. Be the first to pass a law from each of the 6 political parties from the beginning of the game. We are the only person who has even gotten to 2. That's interesting. It rewards 100 of that new resource that we unlocked. So I don't think we really need to be... I mean, we could go to liquid composites and be the first to get carriers. Is that a really good idea? What are these? These are made out of both of the high tier resources, or both of the mid tier resources. So we do also need to research the ability to get those. Also, I mean, not that this was the plan, but we have access to one of the game end techs over here, and almost access to one over here. Should I just audible into a science victory? This isn't going to teach me as much about combat, but how long would it take to do this? 70 turns. Did you know no one else has researched this technology? So we need to work on our science first. We need to pick up some new science buildings for sure. It looks like either plan is going to require us to actually get a hold of our higher level resources. So why don't we start there? Let's get crust engineering and gamma absorption. Can I tell Lyra not to pull? No, I can't. Damn it. Well, I'd really like it if Lyra would not pull colony ships and would just let us grow the colony naturally, because we have the food. Oh well. Looks like I can't stop it. Alright. 6 turns. Actually, it might even be earlier when this colony ship hits it. I think we're all set. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel like I'm doing a bad job in a number of ways here. But I'm about to have the Academy in my empire, so suck it, everybody who's not me. Take that. Okay, some player that we haven't met is going to have the most food. Is going to win the competitive quest for the most food.
Your actions and words do not bring solace to the heart.
Yeah.
We are concerned.
They want us to help them with the cravers. Listen, I'm working on it, man. So I don't have any idea how some of this stuff works. We are about... we have access to a craver system right here. We could just go over there and try to blow them up. They have 170 defense, it looks like. Our ships have 128. I guess that's like infantry manpower, ground manpower. So I'd want to get more large ships in place, or we could try to siege them out. But sieging them out obviously is gonna mean they have reinforcements coming in. We could take Mayal trivially. I don't actually value Mayal. Ying is more defensible and more valuable to them, which makes it more valuable to me. I don't know how this works. Okay, well, let's settle Lyra first. Let's make Lyra actually complete so that we can build reinforcements there if we need to. Then we'll try some stuff, you know? If we lose a game, we lose a game. It's good to learn. Oh, an election. Yeah, sure. So we would definitely want the industrialists and the scientists to stay in power. The question is, do I want to stump for the militarists? Because it looks like the industrialists are probably safe. Yeah, let's do it. Let's try to be science, industrial, military. looks like it was pretty successful. Okay, so the Scientist Party is now potent in our government. Let's see what new laws we have available. As soon as the turn actually starts in earnest, that is. What is this? Oh, we just saw their homeworld. An ancient world, its origin lost to the mists of time. Koyasil's entire landmass is now one vast primeval forest. How long ago the Unfallen rose from the gloomy, silent woodlands is uncertain, but most historians who have studied the species of the galaxy place them as one of the oldest. In the depths of the forest, a sense of timelessness reigns supreme, and it is said a fallen tree will lay undisturbed for millennia, its very fabric becoming another layer of the forest. The Unfallen strive for little, content in their ageless world, but the stirrings of younger races across the galaxy have awoken something in Koyasil, something ancient, mysterious, and powerful. Yep, we do not have the thing that produces the most industry. I knew that. Yep, our civilian ships are being destroyed. I mean, we could send our ships to Mayal to attack the Reavers that apparently live there. What is this? Oh, hero. So we could hire a Sophon or... Oh, this is a Mavros, I think is the name of their faction. They're basically like Dark Sophons, you can see. So this guy's a pacifist and a counselor. Ship is heavily oriented with support modules. This guy is a fighting hero. He's a technologist fighting hero. I think I want to go with this. Let's hire Cubed. Hiring this hero will appoint him or her to the political leader of the Industrialist Party. That works for me. Yeah, that's pretty good. I dig that. So this is going to be our fleet hero. So I guess every so often you just get given a hero. You get to make a choice. Alright, so let's look at these top area things here. Plus shield penetration, plus fleet penetration. Okay, they're both just plus shield penetration. You get a little bit more if he's a political leader for some reason. His blue tree gets up to plus 40% damage on fleet. And opens up a new battle strategy. Let's take him down his blue line. So plus fleet health is the beginning. That seems fine. Actually, that's right. We don't have to take him down his blue line. We just have to spend points and it expands outward. So hull plating penetration, fleet health, or plus experience and vision. I think health makes the most sense. Alright, let's also have a look at his ship. Okay, so he's got some bullets, and he's got some torpedoes. Now, missile-type weapons, or rather, bullet-type weapons, can be really effective even if you're at long range, simply as missile defense. That's just a real concern. So this allows them to reduce the defense, or allows his ship to reduce the defense capacity of sieged planets by more than normal, it looks like. Let's take this. Let's put this on him. Give him that extra projectile damage. I think that's wise. Right now, his defenses are strictly energy defenses. Let's give him some hull plating as well. Just kind of split the difference. And I actually think his ship is like pretty well outfitted. You know what? We'll give him the extra evasion and move as well. I cannot afford all that. Oh, it's 2 dust too much. Okay, well I can do this and upgrade his engines later. And actually, his engines don't necessarily need upgrading all that badly. So we can just snap him on here, right? Oh, I didn't spend all of his skill points. Okay, yeah, the hero doesn't take up any command points. Well, this is probably, relative to fleets in the galaxy, probably a pretty good one. So what does he have here? I can't see what the ship is that's in the hangar, it looks like. Yeah, that's probably a good design. What does he have here? I'm trying to get vision of his ships. It's a logistics ship. Okay, we see here an unfallen ship, just kind of hovering out in space, not in a hangar. I really want to know what his military is like. Okay, Yedix is gaining population again. That's good. A market-wide price increase. We don't need a huge amount of dust right now. Alright, I guess let's keep playing until our outpost at Lyra becomes a proper colony. And we'll save there, and then next episode we're gonna try some stuff. We're gonna try getting violent. We've got to get access to some better weapons modules, though. So once we have access to these higher level resources, we need to immediately look for a way to turn them into something useful. How far out is Lyra? 3 turns. And Octan's just finished. Okay, good. This is gonna fix a lot of our food problems. What is this? This is Unknown Empire. Really? Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing this. I totally forgot about this quest. So that's who they are. They're the guys from the quest. We have discovered the planet Husk. Built by the Virtual Endless during the Dust Wars as weapons, the Cravers successfully wiped many planets and stations clean of the concretes. Once their usefulness was over, however, the Endless shut down the factories and abandoned the Cravers, dumping the remaining troops on Husk, a random planet, and bombing it back to the Stone Age. Grim and resolute, the Cravers survived and evolved, using makeshift and stolen technology to scrabble their way back to the stars. That's a really interesting story, actually. Okay, so Octans is all set. Our science hero is leveling up, our governor. So at this point, yeah, more science, more science. Always more science. Alright, Sabel has finished colonizing all of its worlds. Alright, let's go for industrial zones on all of these hot worlds. Get lots and lots of benefit out of that. And then we're going to need, like, food. Alright. Okay, this is a cooperative quest to raise the amount of dust in the world. In the universe. Alright. Defend the system of Lyra to earn a pirate shield, which is a better shield defense module. Better energy defense. Alright, let's see if we can. We have some pretty good ships in place here. They have a hunter and 2 attackers. Okay, and our ships are actually splitting into multiple flotillas. So do we have... No, we still just have access to the same 3 tactics. I could have sworn we had more tactics. I'll have to look into exactly how those work. Okay, so we want to fight from long range, ideally. Plus 75% shield absorption. Are these guys using... They're using projectile weapons. Oh, that guy split his. I take this out to be good at long range. Let's try power to shields. Oh, that would have been a good one to watch. Shoot. Sorry about that, guys. We won, too. Is there a way... Can I... Okay, good. It'll still let us watch it. Yeah. So, this flotilla, the middle flotilla, stays long range. The other flotilla moves up. And now we can design our ships in such a way... Or we can design our fleet in such a way that we have ships whose whole job is to take advantage of... or to take enemy fire in. And so we can use these different tactics to sort of encourage the enemy to fire at different ships and all kinds of stuff like that. They played Hard Target, which increases the long-range defense bonus on ships and keeps both of our lines of flotillas at pretty great range from one another. I'm not actually sure how this works. If I pick short range and he picks long range for the same line, let's say, how does that work out? I mean, I guess that's why we watch battles, so that we can figure it out. So this is part of the reason that I was a little... I've been a little reticent to show the battles, is that because my computer is on the older side, it's going to take a little while to load into and out of the battle engine. But I do think it's important. We do need to actually see what is happening in some of these fights so that we know how our ships work. So we're doing less damage, but our shields are much stronger. They are... I'm not sure what long-range defense bonus actually means. Does that mean we're going to miss more often, or is it just that their defensive modules are going to reduce damage by 25% more, or I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out. I kind of thought that might work. I have to say, I am, even I, knowing how old my hardware is, even I am surprised at how long this is taking. So we know we won. This tactic must have been effective. We just have more medium ships than they do. That may be all that it comes down to. The medium ships, the gap in effectiveness between medium and small ships might be really large, such that it's like completely vital for you to keep up with everybody else's ship growth. But also, I mean, we do know that during the Let's Learn game, I was able to beat a couple of medium ships by just swarming them with small attacker ships. So I guess the difference can't be too great. I'm starting to wonder if this is stuck. Honestly. Might be... Oh. Wait, the music stopped. Okay, let's do it. So yeah, I do have access to another computer. It's a little inconvenient, but I might record on that sometimes. Okay, so Battle of Lyra, us versus a roaming fleet of pirates. I think I want to do the overview camera as soon as it allows me to move my mouse cursor. There we go. Because really, what this is mostly about, although I do like the pretty, what this is mostly about is figuring out how our ships actually work. Unfortunately, wow, it is really dragging. Okay, well, we probably will not be watching a lot of battles in the near future until I can get my my new systems, unfortunately. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, wow, it is taking such a long time just to kick us over to overview camera. Alright, well... if I'm allowed to move my mouse again, I may just quit the battle. Because we know what happened, and if we can't see what's going on, then this is not going to give any benefit to us in the first place. So wait, what is that? Is that the... What is that thing on the right? That's what the logo for Endless Space looks like. But like... Yeah, this is not even going to play in a way that is watchable. Well, that's unfortunate. The funny thing is, I can see my system specs over here on my preview monitor, and my CPU is not actually even close to overused. Graphics cards are still relatively cool. Not 100% sure what is going on here, or why this is behaving so poorly. Oh, it actually did some drawing. Okay. Well... my mouse stopped moving again. Seriously, I'm just trying to get to the corner to hit quit battle. Although, I guess at this point, it is, you know, stuff's moving on the screen at least. A little bit. A very small bit. If we just sit here for like 2 or 3 hours, it will probably play all the way out. I actually don't even have a cursor anymore. Oh, here we go, here we go. Well, actually, you know what? It's running now. It was a pretty savage load, but Now that it has loaded, it's actually running, so I guess let's watch. So, these are our ships on the top, right? These huge ones. You can see our different fronts are not actually quite behaving the way that they were projected to. Can we speed this up a little bit? So the missiles are incredibly effective. I guess every battle starts at long range. So if you're using a short range strategy, you still have to close. So a long range strategy is probably, like, if all other things being equal, a long range strategy is superior because of the way that it allows you to sort of get first strike. Yeah, I don't know that we gleaned a lot of useful information from that, mostly because I was trying so desperately to get my computer to behave and respond to commands during a lot of the opening. But long range. We learned one thing. Long range strategy seems to be probably a pretty good idea. Okay, and now I see, I think, why they made it so that all battles are auto-resolve, so that there wouldn't be a mechanical benefit to being able to load the battle engine, because, holy crap, that does not behave the same way the rest of the game does on my computer. We didn't even lose our, like, dumb garbage detector ships. That's pretty good. And we've done it. We've got a pirate shield now. That's a pretty good shield. Does it require strategics to apply? That's, magnet is... Here we go. I might have to rename the ships just so that I can tell from their name which size they are. Because, boy, Magnet Accelerator Smasher doesn't really speak to me. So no, the Pirate Shield is just a normal shield. Compared to the other shield, it has twice as much shield capacity, almost 3 times as much... No, actually 3 times as much health and more than 3 times as much energy defense. This is a really good shield. The cost is 3 times as high, of course. Well, we're mostly set up for projectile defense, so I'm not, let's not worry about it right now. But hey, we did a thing. And Lyra will be a proper colony in just 3 short turns. Alright, we're all set, right? Okay. I thought I was all set. Oh, right, new colony. Yep, that makes sense. Let's do this first. Colonize that, and then let's make some food and some other stuff. Alright. So my feeling now is that these long-range, medium-sized ships that we've set up are awesome. That's where I'm coming down on that. I think we've constructed a really effective ship here. Wow, the Kramers actually hold a huge amount of territory. Yep, and our colony ship's going to get blown up. So the Kramers do have ships. They're just not fighting these Reavers. They're just kind of sitting there and watching. And actually, the planet's defenses are all screwed up. Have the Reavers been attacking the colony? Because before we lost sight of it there, yeah, you can see down in the lower left, their defenses are only at 53%. Oh, I clicked on the system. That's my bad. Huh. Well, so we know the AI is not incredibly good. Yeah, they can't even clear out Reavers. It may be a function of the difficulty level. I am only playing on Serious, while I'm sort of still coming to grips with the mechanics. But for the next game, we'll pop it up a little. Actually, for the next game, we'll probably just put it straight on Endless. We are not, in fact, producing the most food in any system. Alright, yeah, Yetix is getting its population back really quickly now that we're not shipping out literally all of the food that we produce. Also, there sure are a lot of people gathering around Eridanis. Seems a little strange to me. Making me a little bit nervous. Man, it's going to take forever for us to get our crust engineering on. But once we have more food, we'll be producing more science. Because of, you know, all of our citizens. Alright. Ying has to fall, or we have to drive Lyra's influence at production through the roof. Because this is going to be a serious problem. That's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, the colony implants them with a tracking machine or something. A tracking device. Alright. So let's get Lyra going. We have a little bit of money. Let's get basic food and industry up. I think this is a very worthwhile thing to do. Then we'll colonize the other worlds. And what does it take for me to, like, buy out a medium hunter ship? 5,000. Just a 5,000 dust, that's all. Just about 5,000. We gotta get our dust up, too. Man. I'm screwing up on basically every resource. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Our empire is looking larger, stronger. We definitely still need to take this. Actually, let's... Before we quit here, just so I remember that I was going to do it. Let's drop that incubator. Okay. Come back next time, you guys. We are going to use Lyra as a staging ground and wage what might be the least wise assault of all time, just because I kind of want to see what's going to happen. And we'll see you then.